I hope you reduce, reuse, recycle. Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. We're talking with Carla Striegel-Winner with the Du Bois County Solid Waste District about recycling and a special day and a special program that you have coming up with Christmas lights. Hello, Carla.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Let's talk about America Recycles Day.
Sure. Yeah, so just America Recycles Day is November 15th every year. That falls on a Monday this year. And we'd like to do a special program every once in a while for that, or start a special program. We actually have two different things kind of starting right around that time that we wanted to kind of focus on and let folks know about. So,
one is a partnership with Kimball International at the Recycling Center.
Right. Kimball's Recycling Center is doing a shred day on Wednesday, November 17th. And so that is sort of America Recycles Day week. And so it's going to be from 9 to 1. It's at their location. We'll have that in the press. It's like 1550 HRJ Drive or something like that. But you come in from 231. It's real close to where the health department is. We'll have signage. But that's going to be a secure shred day from 9 to 1 that day, residents and businesses, and there will be no limit on the amount of shredding that you can bring in that day. They actually do their secure shredding on site. There are a couple of other shred days in the spring and fall and one in the summer that are done by a company, which is a very reputable company, that takes that then to Evansville to do the shredding. But Kimball is doing shredding on site for this, and that is at their recycling center, not their headquarters.
Okay,
it's at their recycling center, and so I'll be there kind of helping folks come in, but anytime between 9 and 1 on Wednesday, November 17th, we'll be doing that. And check our Facebook page, website, and all the local media. We have that out. So
is there a charge for that?
No, there's no fee.
No charge, no limit.
No charge,
wow.
No limit. Yeah, no charge, no limit. And this is just something Kimball Recycling. This is sort of their recycling headquarters for all of for quite a few of their regional plants. And so they do secure shredding for themselves, and they've started doing secure shredding for other businesses. So this is just kind of their way to reach out to the community and also do that, include residents in that, or maybe find some businesses that didn't realize that they can take their secure stuff there. But yes, so they have no limit on that for this day. The ones that, when that is being transported to Evansville by the other company, one of the main reasons for the limit on that is they got to be able to fit it in their truck. Kimball's got a forklift on site, so they can take it right inside to the secure area right away and take care of it. So. And
you bring up secure, so let people know what do you mean by secure? Sure, it's not going to fall on somebody else's
they
hands.
Actually,
that's the whole point.
and I am just sort of helping out with the day. They are the ones that do the secure shredding. So while we're there on site, we do not look at anything that comes in. If people bring a bag of stuff, we pour it into a big bin, and then they have specific guidelines that they go through. They do not look inside that at all while they're processing it, and then that gets shredded there on site, and then it gets baled for recycling. So it all does get recycled eventually, but it gets very securely shredded, and they have different processes that they go through to ensure that their staff are, not looking at what's inside there.
And you can have staples.
Yeah, staples, paper clips, no problem. They do have some limits. I mean, basically, if it's not paper, don't bring it. Not the old floppy disks, don't bring your CDs. This is secure paper shredding. A few pieces, like manila folders are not going to bother anything. The staples and paper clips, they can handle small amounts like that, but please just make sure it's paper.
Okay. All right. And that is going on again on what day?
November 17th from 9 to 1 at the Kimball Recycling Center. We will have signage up the day of that should make it very easy for folks to find that place on the south side of Jasper.
All right. Now, another topic is, and I know some people say it's too early and some people say it's not early enough, we're putting Christmas lights out.
That's right.
And so I get my box out of the attic and I go, these don't work anymore, or I don't want these anymore. What do I do?
So this is another partnership that we're really excited. We really like to be able to partner with local businesses that also want to do the right thing. So we partner with Jasper Salvage and also with Jasper Rural King to bring Christmas light recycling every season. This will be the 3rd year that we're doing it. The community seems to really like it. Rural King is excited about it, and Jasper Salvage is also always very excited about it, as are we. So yeah, you get your box of lights out and you realize that you haven't switched over to LED lights yet. And maybe it's about time to do that, to use, less energy. So you can bring those to recycle to Rural King. We'll have these big barrels setting there, and you just take your lights and you put them in there, and we come and pick those up and take care of them.
Okay.
So, and just so you know, the types of stuff we're talking about, it can be any of your strands of lights. What we're looking for recycling is not the lights themselves, but the strands. It's fine for the lights to be on them, but if you've got a bunch of those big old glass bulbs that are not connected to strands, those can just be thrown in the trash. Those aren't able to be recycled. So we're looking, there is recyclable material in the wires. So what Jasper Salvage does with this is they gather, when we give it all to them, and they are actually, they don't, they're not going to melt it down themselves. They have a recycler that they then take it to get recycled. And there's good metals in the wire. That's what's mainly getting recycled out of these.
So if somebody brings that, do you want them to be in the container they were in?
We prefer just loose. You can have them in like a little grocery bag or something like that is fine. We don't want the rigid frames because that's going to take up too much space and kind of contaminate what's in there. But if it's easier for you to leave it in the box that it was in, that's fine. So we're looking for lights that are either really outdated, maybe they're unsafe, or they don't work. If you do have lights that are working, you might want to check with some of the charity stores or thrift stores first to see if they're accepting those for resale, because that adds to their programming then if they can resell those. They may be overwhelmed with them. So I wouldn't say just take them there, but ask them, if you have good working lights before you recycle them, ask them if they are accepting those for resale. Any of our thrift stores that are in the county here.
So the idea is not to throw those strands in the trash.
Don't throw them in the trash. They can be recycled.
Yes, and all you got to do is stop at Rural King or at Jasper Salvage.
Yeah, you can stop at Jasper Salvage as well. Small amounts especially, Rural King is very convenient, and we are picking it all up from there. And so the reason we're partnering with Jasper Salvage as well is because we gather all of that, and then we have it in these great big tubs, and then we take it all to Jasper Salvage at once. But yeah, and you can bring it out to the process center as well,
and I guess
if you prefer.
The idea is to recycle the materials that are in there.
Yes.
It's also to keep it out of a landfill.
Absolutely, yeah. We want to keep these out of the landfill. Yeah, absolutely. We want to keep them out of the landfill and get them recycled. So we're going to put them in the right place, and that's to recycle them.
And like everything else, there is not a charge on this.
No charge.
So you just simply drop it in there.
Drop it in there. Yeah, drop it in there, and you're good to go. Try not to put your popcorn bag in there. That happens.
That has that. Or if you have the big bulbs, you've got a set of bulbs, just throw those away.
The set of bulbs, you can take them out of the cardboard packaging and recycle your cardboard packaging at one of our 8 recycling sites in the county. But those bulbs themselves, if they're not attached to a strand, we don't want those mixed in, and we also don't want the rigid frames mixed in. So
it just goes to show pretty well you can recycle almost everything.
You can
in
recycle
some way
a lot.
It can be used.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Carla, thank you very much for coming in and talking about that. So remember, Christmas light strands, get them out, and when you find out they don't work, put them at Rural King, or you could take them to Jasper Salvage or the Process Center, and they will recycle them.
Yes, and I think we forgot to say that starts Thanksgiving week.
Okay, starts Thanksgiving week. Okay.
Don't bring them there before.
Oh, well, yes. So,
yeah, we won't have the barrels set up till Thanksgiving week.
Okay.
We forgot to mention that.
So another reason not to put Christmas lights up till after Thanksgiving,
That's right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Carla, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.